We don't necessarily think of being enthusiastic as a choice, but today I want to make the case that it is, and that you can choose it. You can decide to be enthusiastic. Hi everyone, it's Ann O'Connor with Metamorphics, where we help people become who they want to be, and I'm here today to talk about making a decision for how you want to be in the world. And you know, we've all heard this term, fake it until you make it. So there's a little bit of that going on, but there's more to it than that. And so I wanted to just talk a little bit about how I had to make some decisions about who I am in the world, what I'm going to stand for, how I'm going to be, how I'm going to present myself, what I'm going to bring to my relationships, what I'm going to bring to my work. And those decisions have meant everything. They've changed everything. So I will never forget, I was walking down the street in the small town where I used to live, and I came across a woman who I'd known for years. And we were not close friends, but we were acquaintances, and we had worked together some. And this was at a point in my life where my marriage had just ended in divorce a while before, and then I'd had a business running a monthly newspaper, which was a blast, and I loved it. It was super fun to do. And I had to put that project down. So it was right around this time when the newspaper, I had made a decision, the final decision to close the doors on the newspaper and to put that project down. And this was a really beloved project for myself and for everybody that was involved in it. And so I came across this woman, we were walking down the street, and she said, "Oh, Anne, first your marriage falls apart, and now your business falls apart, and oh my God, your life is so hard. I'm really sorry." And I just remember looking at her and thinking, yeah, well, I guess. What she had projected onto me was the pain and the suffering of those times. And I am not going to tell you that there wasn't. If you've listened to any of my stories so far, you know there's a lot of pain involved with a lot of these different things. And there was hardship, and those were hard decisions to make, and yet, as I was standing there on the street, it was a sunny, beautiful day, and I remember her telling me how hard my life was and how sorry she was for me, and none of it felt real. Like, it didn't resonate for me. It wasn't what I was feeling. It wasn't true for me. And I remember thanking her and saying, you know what? This is actually the best thing that I needed to do for myself right now, for my family. It's a way that I'm moving forward. And yeah, it's hard, but it's a decision that I had to make. And now, at that point, it was great. It was a great conversation, but I've hung on to that conversation. I've just kind of thought about it several times over the years, because it was an indication to me of how I might have chosen to be, given all the circumstances that life can provide for us. And I chose something else. And I think a lot of that has to do with my training, going to treatment when I was 18, really going through some hard things, and having to make a decision of like, okay, I get it, life. All right, this is how it is, right? Hard things are going to happen. They're going to happen. And how we come to them, how we choose to come to them, how we decide to meet them has everything to do with how our lives are going to be. If we choose to say that my life is really hard, I can't catch any breaks, everything happens to me, everything happens against me, it's like I can't get anywhere without something smacking me down. Well, that kind of energy is what you're going to meet your life with, and it's not going to change the fact that hard things are going to come your way. All it's going to do is make it harder for you. So that's one of the things that's one of the reasons that I just decided, you know what, at some point I decided whatever life has for me, whatever heartaches and trouble and difficulty that life brings, I'm just going to decide to live well and to be happy and to do my thing. So, since then I've had some tests of that theory. I've had some big tests, and you know what? It works. It really does. It doesn't matter the circumstance. Life can really hand you, a big, hard thing. But it doesn't mean it has to take you down. maybe it takes you down for a little while, right? Grieving is important. It's real. You got to do it. Pain, suffering is part of the process, but you don't have to continue to suffer. And you don't have to decide that life is too hard. And you don't have to become bitter or disinterested or looking for the problems. You can just say, you know what? I just decide to live and to be here and to smile and to be enthusiastic and to use exclamation points and to say yes, 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 yes. And that's what I decided. And that's what I have for you today. And I'm Ann O'Connor, and I hope you decide yes too. And keep watching these videos, like them, share them with the people that you love. And I have something fabulous coming for you soon that I hope you say yes to too. Have a great day, everyone. Ann O'Connor signing off.